guys, this is Dr. Nancy Lee. We're going live on YouTube soon. Let's see our guests who join us on Zoom right now.
Hi, Dr. Nancy.
Hello, hold on, hi Deep, how's it going?
I'm good.
Okay, awesome. So this is gonna happen today. As soon as we stop the countdown, I'm gonna do a quick introduction about what we do today. Basically about the background, some kind of inspiring stories. And then we're gonna bring you up to either do 30 seconds elevator pitch or your mock interview. Do you wanna do pitch or mock interview?
So what do you mean by pitch? Pitch means like how do I introduce myself?
Yeah.
Okay. And with the mock interview, do I have kind of a screening area on which area I'll be at a screen?
Yeah, you can choose anything you want. Yeah, just think about it, what you want to mock. Okay, so let's get started.
Okay. Sure.
Awesome. Hey guys, this is Dr. Nancy Lee. We are live on YouTube. I also have our guest today who is going to do mock interview with me. And so every Wednesday we do free coaching where I teach people how to get a job as a product manager. And before we get started, so let's do this. Beep, can you unmute or yourself, turn off your camera right now, because when I do the screen share, I want people to see the deck first. Once it's your turn, I'm gonna call your name. Okay, so just stay there for a little bit, but this is what we're gonna do today. And
thank you.
No problem. So overview of today's agenda. Let me share my screen. Let me do this. Awesome. I hope you guys can see my screen. Hey guys, this is Dr. Nancy Lee. Awesome. So every Wednesday we do free live coaching, and few selected audience will be joining me live on Zoom where we're gonna give you free coaching. And so quick introduction about who I am. And I am Dr. Nancy Lee. And let me stop sharing maybe my slides when I do self-introduction. Okay, great. So I am Dr. Nancy Lee. I help people transition from worker bee to product manager and business leader. I have helped hundreds of product managers and helped them to achieve their final destination, which land their dream job offer either in FAANG companies or unicorn startups. So lots of them, actually, some of my students actually double their salaries. I'm very excited to share the news with you guys and also share with you the behind the scenes secret. How did we do it happen? That's why we do offline free coaching with you guys, because I want all of you guys achieve your dream job offer as well. I personally believe that product management is so much fun. There's some kind of career I love to do for the rest of my life. Actually, I want to open the doors for all of you guys. Awesome. Okay, so let me start sharing my screen. So go through today's agenda. All right, so today we do product design mock interview or any kind of product management mock interview. So that's what we do today. And also want to remind everybody is that so if you're preparing for FAANG interviews right now, I know lots of you guys having FAANG interview coming up next week, right? So if you're here live with us, feel free to introduce yourself in the chat regarding what's your name and what type of interview you're having in the coming few weeks. So comment on the chat. Okay. Now, let me also tell you some kind of some free resources. If you're interviewing for FAANG companies and you know that those FAANG companies will ask you case interview questions, if you are part of my email list, and you should have received the email actually today regarding the updated interview question from Amazon. Actually, Amazon also starts to ask those kind of case interview questions, product design and system design, those kind of interview questions. Okay, so those are real interview questions my student has gone through. So we'll put it out for you guys because I want you guys to land your dream job offer as well. And so in this screen where you can go to my website, drnancy.com/50FAANG to download the real life interview questions in FAANG companies. So go to the website, drnancy.com/50FAANG to use that for your mock interview, just like what we're gonna do today. Before I do that, I also want to really love to share some inspiring stories with you guys. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I love to tell inspiring stories because I want people to break the glass ceilings. In the past, product management career is only available for a group of people, but lots of time when you reach out to recruiters or even your mentors within the same company. So lots of people must have experienced a student of mine, and let's say her name is start with P, student P. Actually, if you are in PM Accelerator, so I have a private coaching program, PM Accelerator. If you are inside a PM Accelerator, you know who this person is. For the confidential information, right now we call the student P. Her name starts with P. All right, so when she started apply for PM jobs, everybody said you don't have enough experience. But at the time, she already had 8 years experience as a business analyst. She also had a master's degree. She also had work on product management related tasks in terms of writing requirement, leading a cross-functional team. She had done everything. And people say, still, like, you don't have an experience. You don't enough. Like 8 years, come on. I'm like almost 30 already. 8 years experience, not enough experience. How much longer should I stay in my current role until I become a product manager? Guess what? She was able to use the profit framework. We teach her and quickly land her PM job offer level 2 in a Fortune 500 company. And that company is very famous. I believe all of you guys have heard of that. Okay, it's one of the very big fintech companies. And in addition, she also changed the industry. She was in healthcare. She was in healthcare and then she moved to fintech, very different role, very different team. And she wasn't entry level, actually. She was in a level 2. Her next level is start to manage other people as well. So I want you guys to take this as inspiration as well. Do not take no for an answer. Lots of people say, oh, you don't have this, you don't have that. It's all, no, BS. To be honest, it's more about, hey guys, can I learn what's really missing? Please give me some constructive feedback. If you don't think I'm good enough or not have enough, tell me how to do it. There must be a way to break in, and this must be a way to actually land those dream FAANG offers as well. So really take the constructive feedback and apply this to yourself. If people just tell you no, but without giving you constructive feedback, just don't listen to those are noise. So that's why you should listen to more the free coaching we're teaching you here today. So we have lots of free content I published in the past, hundreds of videos. You guys should definitely use those free resources, help you to land your dream job offer as well, okay? If you are determined to quickly land your dream job offer, feel free to go to my website, drnancy.com/masterclass, to learn this 1-hour free webinar where I teach you how to land your dream product manager job offer within 60 days. Towards the end, I'm also going to tell you more about my PM Accelerator if you're interested as well. So go to this website, drnancy.com/masterclass. And also you might ask why Deep was with us today, why he was selected. So this is how you were selected, and we prefer people who are filling this information of the YouTube live. In the description of YouTube live, you guys should submit this form where you request to be coached by me for free. Okay, and then whoever like either make donation to the nonprofit I support or have the most likes, comment, and shares, you will get prioritized to get free coaching from me as well. Final is like the last inspiration is that there are offers going out every single day. I want you guys to be fully prepared. And March and April are the most offers ever during the entire recruiting year. Okay, the next big season is August and September. All right, so I want you guys to be fully prepared. Right now, actually, those are the offers we received just within a week. Last week from PM Accelerator, we have offer from like Amazon and also associate director offer from FIA and also product owner in working on NFTs and other like PM intern offer from Amazon as well. So lots of new offers coming out. I want you guys to be fully prepared. Do not miss the prime recruiting seasons, like all the offers like raining cats and dogs. Okay, so let's do this. Let me teach you how to land those job offers. Deep, you can turn on your camera right now. Awesome. Okay, great. So do you want to do the case interview? Let me know what mock interview you want to do or any help you need from me. You're on mute. You're still on mute. You were talking to me earlier. You are still on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yes, I can. Okay, great. Cool. And also quick thing for people whoever is watching us live on YouTube, feel free to comment on the chat regarding any upcoming interviews you have or any specific questions you have for me. We're gonna answer all your questions. Okay. So Deep, go ahead.
Yeah, so we can go over a kind of like a mock interview on the, I would say like behavioral or like how exactly like people ask the questions about situational or behavioral, or like how do you really manage a program, or about the success metrics, like
Yeah.
those kind of questions. Like up to you. Like if you want to go for the case as well, like I'm okay with the product design as well.
It's more about what type of companies are you interviewing for right now. So tell me more about what you're going after.
Yeah, so I'm actually planning to give interviews for Google and Facebook, like Meta. Yeah,
Then we
for
need
the
to do a
TPM,
case.
for the TPM roles.
We need to do a case, but I'm gonna ask you a simple behavior interview question. For those companies, case are the most important part. They only ask you behavior interview questions towards the end. The final round, towards the very final round, they'll say, oh, tell me a little bit more about yourself. But you have to pass a case. The case round is the very beginning. Okay,
So what happens when they say that, okay, your first phone screen interview, like what will be like the first 45 phone screen interview, right?
Okay,
So
great
that
question.
will be on the behavior, or it will be like a technical judgment?
Very good question. So actually one of my students actually did it 2 days ago. He just passed the first round Google phone screen right now. Actually already passed, so I can tell you what's going on. So the first round is more tell me about yourself. What do you do? How many years experience you have about product management? What did you work on? It's more about your background, but it's less about, hey, do a case or like behavioral interview. Tell me the most whatever best experience, product experience you ever had. It's more about the recruiter say, hey, do you work on this? Tell me about this. They're gonna do some assessment to see if it's a good fit for those companies, those roles. So get ready to talk about your prior experience. Okay, your past experience. Maybe they'll ask you, did you work on AI product before? What did you do? Tell me more about yourself. Those kind of situation. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, get ready to talk about yourself. So let's do this. So tell me about yourself.
Sure. I was just turning on the light. So yeah, hi, my name is Deep Arora, and I've been in the industry for 15 years. And in the last 6 years, I've been working in the TPM capacity. Very recently, I'm working with Google, and I'm managing the smart home products. Mostly my time goes in managing the thermostats, while I do work on smart displays and security cameras. But yeah, like I said, that mostly my time goes on managing the software framework and platform, like the complete development architecture. How I'm responsible, so I'm responsible in creating the milestones, the roadmaps, and basically the end-to-end process, setting up the goals and milestones, identifying risk and dependencies by talking to the cross-functional partners and the stakeholders.
It's good that you already have 15 years experience, but the bar for you is higher. I'm very frank with you. Okay, so when people go and say, oh, you have 15 years experience, they're going to increase the difficulty of questions for you. All right.
Yeah.
And now for your pitch, we need to make it sharper. For example, your pitch, I have a free. The pitch is tell me about yourself. The pitch is tell me about yourself. The same thing. Okay.
Okay.
So when you introduce yourself, given you have 15 years experience, you need to emphasize on the product you have launched and the impact you have made.
Okay.
So tell me, 15 years experience as a PM. So tell me more regarding like the impact, one of the product you launched and that lead to what kind of impact? Tell me about that.
So yeah, like I can tell you, like the products that I've launched, there are
not a full story, just one or two sentences, because it's part of your tell me about yourself.
Okay, so I have actually managed and launched two of the bigger embedded products. One was the completely on the embedded software, and one was the more on the Linux-based software. So the embedded product was a smart glass actually for the Oakley. So since Oakley was the first time they were actually entering into the market for the smart glasses, where a user can uh, add their coaching in. So there was a coaching engine in there, and a person can add their workouts and perform like a prepare themselves actually for marathon and other cycling tournaments. Whereas the Linux based platform which we launched recently, not recently, but I will say the last year, which was a new Nest thermostat from the Google, and it really helped. It was a kind of like a low costing. It was a low costing from the market, so that many millions of the users can actually acquire and adapt to this particular thermostat.
It's too long and it's not as impressive. Think about this. If someone who only have 3 years experience, they can say the same thing as you did, but you have 15 years experience, as I said, the bar is higher. Why you have 15? Because usually with 15 years experience, if you get offer from Google, at least you get 300 grand if you know how to negotiate. We have students who shoot up like 450 as well. It's you get paid a lot once you get in. So you cannot just your story sounds like 3 years, like three years experience, but you have 15. Okay, so how to make it better?
So is this the content is not good, the time is long, or like
it's too long without enough impact? So let me package for you. For example, you can say my name is Deep. I have 15 years experience in launching ABCD type of product. Maybe you can say like smart home, 15 years experience launching smart home product. Recently, I launched an embedded product that was one of, for example, you can say that was like the number one like market or number one product for homestead for millions of homes in the US, and which has been like widely accepted by Google Home user. When I was a product manager for ABCD, whatever in internal product, just one sentence describe what is a product. Is a smart home, is a chip, whatever product is a ABCD product, one sentence, or fintech product, anything you want to say, and directly jump into impact. So that product actually lead to 50% cost saving, or it being used by 3 million customers, or it's the number one product in the market for 5 years, like something like that. That shows the impact you have done. Make sense?
Yeah. It makes sense. Yeah.
Do you want to repackage? Do you want to fit in the framework and tell me about yourself again?
Sure. Hi. So my name is Deep Aroda, and I've been working in this industry for 15 years. Recently, from past 6 years, I'm actually in the TPM capacity. The products which I've actually launched and managed, I would say, like the one in the Intel, it is a smart glasses for Oakley. The huge impact was because it was a very new product, and it was actually not available in the market. Many, I would say, like millions of customers were really adapted to that product, because they really helped. This product was really helped them in achieving their goal on the running and the cycling. And in Google actually worked on the Linux based smart thermostat, which is again a kind of like a low cost product, and that also like went to a wide variety of users. I would say like millions of users like switched there from the previous to the new version, and it really helped a lot because it's kind of like a very simpler to use for any of the new buyer, like new home buyers.
Okay, still too long. Let me give you an example. If I say the second one, right? So when I launch embedded like smart home product, the product is one of the most popular product in the world, because is enable the new home buyer to do what? To quickly assess, to upgrade their temperature within the home. And that product currently has been used by 5 million end users. Just get to the point, not like your sentence need to be removed by 50%. Just get to the point. Or it's being used by new home. How many millions of users? One of the best ones. Because one sentence, because that has the highest return on investment based on cost and the functionality. That's it, period. It's very fast. Make sense?
Okay.
So
Okay.
think about this. Think about this is recorded, so you can go back to see recording to see your copy and my copy. Okay, you can see how much shorter and more sharp that looks like. And then that now sounds like, okay, 15 years experience with those much like impact. That's great. So let's hear more about this person background. So in the first round Google interview is gonna be something like this. Okay, and then they might ask you more about.
I'll actually go with the recording and I'll write down. I'll prepare the pitch. So that which I'll go over again and again, and I can actually record myself by telling the pitch. So it will be like easier for me to,
Yeah, you should definitely do that. And actually, our students listen to those recordings many times when I teach live, because how I say it is much more concise than how you guys say it. Okay, just watch this again. Now, so let's do this. Let's do a case. Your first round interview. After you pass the recruiter round, it's very likely they're going to schedule for first round. First round will be a case, person interview. Do you want to do a case?
Yep.
Okay, so let me pull up a real life interview question. Let me go to my database. Hold on, let me go here. There is PM interview questions database. We have a database of like 400 interview questions. Okay.
Like all these are the case questions, or they are like
all case? All
case questions. Okay.
That's the resource was in the PM Accelerator. You're lucky I'm giving you what's inside today.
Okay.
So let me see. Let me pick a Google case for you. Oh, Google or Meta, right? We can do a Meta if you want. I think last week we did Google. Maybe this one do Meta. These. Oh, this is easy. Okay, let's do this. Design a new volunteering product for Meta.
Yeah, I'm just writing down that part, that question.
Design a new volunteering product for Meta.
Okay. So for this problem, I have I need to ask few clarifying questions. So when we say like volunteering product, so are we volunteering for any service? Are we volunteering for any what exactly are we volunteering for? And what are the, I would say, like obviously like first of all this question, and the next is like what are my target users for this product, if I didn't understand.
At this moment, you are a Meta product manager. You can think about it yourself. What would you do if a Meta product manager? Another hint is that as a product manager, you tell me who do you think we need to serve. You shouldn't ask me like tell me more about the users, right? So you tell me who we need to serve. That there's a user volunteer every day, right? You figure out yourself.
What exactly is this volunteering product? If you can give me some information about the product
itself. Yeah. So in Meta, we build a platform for people to like find out volunteering opportunities. You can see that way. So there's no specific opportunity that's available to you.
Okay. Yeah, so that makes sense. That's what I was looking for, that it's actually for volunteering opportunities. All right. So another question I would say like, so this product will be more on the like a mobile app specific product, or it will be like a web service or a web-based product. It is kind of like a website where people can actually just go and find out the volunteering service, or they can actually post their ads for the volunteering and they can ask for more volunteers. Or if somebody is looking to volunteer, they can actually look for the volunteering campaigns going on.
All possible. Everything described is all possible.
Okay.
We have lots of resources in Meta. We can build anything you want us to build.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So yeah, I think that's what I needed. So I'll take few seconds, like 15 seconds, to jot down my points and get a kind of like a framework, and then I'll get to you.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Go ahead. For people who is watching us live, feel free to comment on the chat on YouTube and tell me what do you think, any clarifying questions you guys would ask, and tell me more about any customer segmentations or any directions you want to dive into. Let me see if your answers are good. So feel free to comment on the chat. So I will review your answers later on as well.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, Dr. Nancy. So, so what I'll do, I'll actually first I'll tell you about the motive and the intent of this product. What is the intent? And then I'll go over the users base, like how I'll actually target, basically segregate my targeted users. Then I'll go over the framework, like how exactly I'll go over the framework and which platform will be coming over to this for the product, and how I'll go over from the different like a front end and back end perspective of this product.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
So the idea behind this product is like we need a product where there will be two users, one who are running a volunteering campaigns and they are looking for volunteers, and the other users will be the actual volunteers who really want to be part of the volunteering campaign. So on the framework part, so we can actually have a mobile app over there, Android and iOS app, or I would say website. But from this particular product, I would say for my MVP, what I'll actually take a website, because that will be like easier in developing, and I would say like more in troubleshooting. And whenever like we have new versions, it's easier to upgrade to the newer version instead of like apps. So for my MVP, I am prioritizing, or I am actually keeping as a website as of now for my for my product. So now I hope this should be okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool. So on my framework, so like I said that I have two users. So on the front end, I'll actually first go over the front end, and then I'll actually explain how the back end works. So on the front end, there will be the UI elements. I will say, like I mentioned, like there are two users. So one who is volunteering, like as a campaign, and in search of basically like they just need kind of like a come and post an ad. It's kind of like a marketplace. People just come, they post their ad, and people and other people just come and visit, look for the ad, and they uh, accept or ask for that. So the person who is actually looking for a volunteering, they'll actually come. There will be some kind of like a feeds that near to that particular these are the nearby campaigns going on, and there will be a search bar where a person who's looking to volunteer, they can actually search for this particular service or campaign. It could be a uh, more on the socializing, it could be a more spiritual. So there will be different categories. We can have a kind of like a drop down over there, then which particular volunteering service you want to volunteer for. So on the front end there will be search bar, there will be categories, and on the right hand side there will be feeds on the nearby campaigns already going on or coming up in the future. For the user who is coming and entering the volunteering campaigns, their interface. So basically, the first time the person is entering, there will be there will be a questionnaire over there that are you a user to volunteer, or are you a user who is volunteering the campaign asking for volunteers. So depending on which option you are selecting, the page will gonna change. And for the person who is asking for volunteers, they can actually post their volunteer with the description. There will be a form over there. They can actually enter their names, the name of the company and the campaign, the description, and how many people are they looking for. So that particular thing will gonna submit as their ad. So this will be my front end as of now. Let me know if it makes sense for the product.
I think you jumped the gun. So let me ask you this question. Everybody who's listening on YouTube, like comment on the chat as well. So you were right that like groups in the PM Accelerator, we call that a two-sided marketplace. We teach people how to think this way. There's people volunteering, people who need volunteers. That's fine. But before you dive into the design, why do you even know we need to have certain kind of button or like posting different things without knowing the customer needs?
Okay.
Don't you think you need to identify the needs of the customers before you dive into the real design? Let me give you an example. If you design it for a mom, like I'm a new mom, so if you design it for me, I need volunteers. Actually, I put this way. I need volunteer to organize alumni panel for PM Accelerator, which I run, which is real. We need a volunteer. While watching this, you guys can volunteer as well, right?
Okay.
So my needs as a new mom is different because I want to save time. I want to have high impact. But if you are doing this different kind of volunteer, let's say I also support like a nonprofit education. Those nonprofit education, when they're looking for volunteers, their needs are different. Their needs are more towards, we need people who are very inspiring. We need how to increase the engagement with the high school students because we want to help them out. So the needs are very different, depends on who you talk to. Make sense? So question to you is that why, so start over. So tell me more regarding the needs.
Okay. Yeah. So as a part of motive and intent, when we discuss about like why exactly we are building up this product, the next we'll go over okay, we have segregated the users. Now let's go over the user needs. The user needs is like, first I would say, like there are I would say there are hundreds and millions of users in US itself. I would say that they really want to help people, or I would say, so on the volunteering is like they really want to show the impact to the people. They really want to be, or I would say like they really want to be part of the impactful work which is actually going on. It could be like non-profit organizations. It could be, like I said, spiritual campaigns. They want to be part of it so that the knowledge or the insights that they have, they want to like share it to different people, multiple people. So more and more, so the idea is like the more knowledge they will share, the more impact they can create. So obviously, like I mentioned, the users. So users can be like anything. Users can be like a high school students. Users can be like a working mother. Users can be like homemakers. Homemaker. The people can be like, I would say, senior citizens. They, when they really want to like share the knowledge. So we have like wide variety of users over here. So we need to tackle all their needs, and that will be like our the idea behind developing the front end part.
You're cut off.
Hello.
Hello, you're back.
Oh, okay.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So you talk about one, can you summarize your needs? You talk about one need, sounds like it's like impacting people feel like your sense of like achievement. Am I right?
So
So
basically the
what's
need,
the need?
yeah,
Summarize.
the needs were to share the knowledge and to bring more impact on the society.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a legit one. For people who is watching us live, comment the needs on the chat as well.
So do you think that this will like purpose the needs part, or
I will come up with multiple needs. There should be more needs than just one needs have a really big impact, and share knowledge has an impact. So tell me more about other needs the volunteers have.
Okay. So the other needs I can think of is like like I mentioned about that, they want to like, so this is again, so the volunteers who are actually sharing the knowledge, there are other volunteers who are actually kind of like gaining knowledge as well. So sharing and bringing impact is obviously for a, I can say like for one person, but for the other volunteers who are really a part of this volunteering campaign, they are actually gaining knowledge, and they're gaining knowledge. They are, I would say, so so they can know, actually they can get to know the more path towards their life. If I'm talking about the non-profit, if I'm talking about the spiritual, if I'm talking about the more school oriented campaigns, the parents and the high schoolers, they can actually get more knowledge on like how they should proceed with their next career path, I would say, which particular stream on the high school, I would say the graduation, which particular path they should go for. So those kind of like, uh, again, like gaining of knowledge is also kind of like a need over here.
Mm-hmm.
The other need I can think of is, like I know like campaigns, I'm not talking about the non-profit, but there are profit organizations as well. So their needs obviously like a monetization as well. So there'll be like more monetary benefits over there. They'll be gonna raising funds, they'll be gonna raising money so that they can actually help the other society. So it could be like a medical campaigns where people are just coming and raising funds for the for some treatments, for some kind of like a new, I would say, like for an example, I would say like for COVID, right? People are coming and gathering and collaborating into the campaigns to actually, we can make more and more vaccines, or we can actually distribute more and more vaccines. For these also, like we can have more volunteering campaigns. So this can also be the need for the society.
Okay, so you discover many different needs from the organization's perspective, and their
Mhm.
needs are different between because they have different kind of campaigns out there, right?
Mhm.
So don't you think you need to segment your customers first before you talk about different kind of needs? Don't you feel it depends on who the different needs?
Yeah, so because now I have came up with the organization part over here, or organization aspect over here. So probably in my users, I need to actually bring up the organization as well, like the organization. Uh, yeah.
So let me guide you through the process. Let's say you mentioned there's so many different type of organizations, different needs. They need knowledge. They need volunteer. They some of them depend on healthcare. They need more COVID volunteer. Many different things could happen. If you design this from
Mhm.
meta perspective, there's so many different needs. So which one would you prioritize first?
So if I'm actually building this product for Meta, so if I look into the goal, or the main, like how Meta works. Meta is like working on connecting people. So if I look into the meta goal, then I would say the need will be to bring the impact to the society. The more people can be like connected together, and more impact and more knowledge they can actually share, that will be, so that's a need I will actually prioritize first, instead of like the big organization who are actually uh, doing them on the monetization part.
Okay, good. I like you prioritize the impact. Okay, keep going.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Uh, so yeah, on the basis of needs, so like I mentioned about the front end, and like how the UI and the UX design elements, which I actually shared earlier. Uh, do you think it should be okay? You want to make some changes over there, or you have any questions on that part?
Yes, I do have lots of questions. If
Mhm.
the goal, the needs you prioritize is have maximize the impact, right? From the organization's perspective, do you think your design is actually addressing the impact issue? Because what you describe, it just, hey, the login, you show this and show that. Is this really addressing the impact, or it just a normal login for people to see volunteering opportunities?
Yeah, it's yeah, as of now, it's a usual login stuff where a user will come and it will be asked that do you want to like volunteer yourself, or do you want to like post something for a volunteering campaign. But so when you ask about the impact, so what we can do, we can actually like so that's what like I thought of the product, but what you mean to say for the needs, what we can do, we can actually put banners over here where where we'll be like more focusing on the like what exactly is this product for, what is the need, what is the intent of this product. We can actually highlight on the impact part, like what exactly is this product. So here you can actually, the users can actually join together, they can collaborate, share knowledge, and bring the impact to the society. So those banners we can actually put up on the front UX front website, the web part. And so, and like on the drop down menu, when I told you about the categories, right, whether it's for non-profit, spiritual, medical, and other stuff, we can actually create another drop down for like what is your criteria or why exactly you are here. And then in that drop down, you want to like share knowledge, you want to bring the impact to the society, you want to raise some money, you want to raise funds. So depending on the category, like if a user chooses like, okay, I want to bring the impact, so accordingly those campaigns will be listed for that particular user.
Okay, so let me provide some feedback regarding your design. Okay, so you finally get to some point towards the end through my guidance. Okay, because I was like, you can't just design for anything. If you want to highlight the impact, okay, we design something for impact. Towards the end, you finally said, well, there's some banners and showing the biggest impact, so that will show up in the matching of search result. That's something we're interested. Okay, everything else you talk about, oh, on the left side and right side, you just match. That just say okay, that's everything. Yeah. Okay, that's everything. Doesn't mean that it's impact, right? So can you give me more solutions in terms of maximize the impact?
Okay, when you ask about the solutions, you mean to say like again impact towards on the like towards the website itself, or you mean to say like adding some more components on the website, or you mean to say on the
you are the product manager, you can decide. The users' needs are they want to have maximize the impact as an organization, right? So you are the product manager. As soon as you meet the needs, it's totally fine. So you tell me what are the solutions we can help to maximize the need. So everyone else who's watching us live on YouTube, please comment on the chat as well in terms of what are the ideas you think we can maximize the impact.
Okay, the other thing I can actually think of is we can include, so that's what it's not just like part of the first few of the screens of my website, but using the another, like once the user will log in or they'll actually decide that they want to like post the ad or they really want to do volunteer, we can actually tell them that what they're gonna get as a result of it. So like you mean to say they'll be like some kind of like badges, they can actually get more sponsors, they can get affiliations, they can get some certificates, so which they can actually collect as so they can actually we can actually enter into like points, because when the points will be more, because they can actually be into go towards the senior volunteers as well. They can actually go to the senior volunteers. They can actually currently when I'm actually going into the to become the volunteers, I'm just helping around. But later, when I'm actually collecting the badges, I'm collecting the points, you can actually become a senior. You can actually present those ideas to the society. You can actually to be you can be on the other side of the I would say the stage. So those kind of a things we can actually display to the user on the next screen, that this is at the end result of using this product. You'll get badges, affiliations, sponsors. So all those things you can actually get connected to multiple people. For I would say for technical people, they can actually get help from different other corporate fellow members. For schools, for high schoolers, for parents, they can actually get interactive with the different parents, and they can actually utilize those badges and the affiliations in their companies and in the schools as well. So
Mm-hmm.
this particular product is like affiliated or is connected to different schools and different companies and different other society associations as well, like a corporate associations and other associations as well. And so this will gonna help in their further learnings as well.
Okay, so I also like the second idea, basically show them the end result, so that lead to the impact, right? Now
Yeah.
you have a couple of ideas. Which one do you think you will prioritize? Because Facebook or Meta has lots of resources, but we need to prioritize. We can't work on everything at the same time. Which one would you prioritize?
So yeah, so like I mentioned about the needs, so the first need I would say that I'll actually uh, so like there was a list of needs. I will say the share knowledge and bringing the impact is the first one, and the second is where the user can actually get the badges. I would say there were few other things that I listed: badges, affiliations, sponsor, and other stuff. But for this particular product, for this particular design, I would say I'll just work on how the user will gonna share knowledge and bring the impact, and plus at the end result how they're gonna get the badges out of it.
So basically, you want to build both at the same time. Is that what you're saying? I'm asking you which one should you prioritize so that we will build it first.
So when okay, so when I'm talking about the building is like what's my input and what's my output. So my input actually is a user is coming and actually he's inputting the knowledge and impact. But what the output he's getting is like, okay, a kind of a badge. So it's the
Okay.
product is giving me in the product, you're entering into the product, you're giving some input, and then as an output, you're getting something which is like a badges or affiliation. But we'll just stick to the badges, I would say. So that's the flow. I'm actually kind of like end-to-end flow I'm talking about.
Okay, but originally you have another idea, which is like when they search or matched
Yeah.
with the volunteering opportunities, and you rank the highest impact project.
Hmm.
That's another solution. Okay, sounds like you want to combine all three solutions into one thing that has everything in it.
So the idea is like on my website, uh, so there will be like three, like I mentioned, there will be like drop downs, right? High impact, medium impact, low impact. So a person can a user who wants to really volunteer, they'll come and they'll choose that they really want to go for like high impact campaign or medium impact campaign. They can choose the list of campaigns and then go inside. They can work. They can register for that particular campaign. So once the form will be there for particular user, they're gonna submit, and then once uh, so since a campaign obviously is like outside campaign, right? It's not gonna happening on the website. So campaign, so the person will go on that particular day to the campaign. He will come up and he's gonna add the yeah. As of now, correct. So these so this thing. So in the product. So once you submit, you register for the campaign, you just go and you come back, you can add your comments like the how was your experience. But for the other person who has really posted the campaign, who has really posted the campaign, it's their part that they can actually come up and actually enter the names for which the badges need to be assigned.
Okay.
So that means that will be a part of the backend. I would say like how the badges will be gone to the names, but this is like from the UI and UX part. The organizer will come and they enter the
Yeah.
names, and accordingly those badges, silver, gold, bronze, whatever the badges will be there, they will actually go towards the volunteers.
Yeah, so I do need to stop you. I do need to provide you feedback. We went too much details regarding the design. You really want to design something, but as a product manager in Meta, you need to come from the bigger picture, the vision. The vision need to be displayed within your answer as well. For example, I teach you guys free training, and whoever who's watching us live right now, feel free to post your answers there, whatever better answers you think you have or any better solution, post in the chat. Now, let me share with you the framework you should have used, okay? So step number one is that you should start talking about the mission of Facebook or Meta. You actually mentioned that they want to like bring people together, making lots of impact from Meta perspective, so that's good. But you shouldn't directly dive into all the details of design at the very beginning. I try to lead you and telling, hey, talk about the needs and customers before you design it, right? And then when you talk about different kind of like customer segmentation, I like that you segment like all the volunteering and also organization. That's good. You could continue to further segment because those segmentation have different needs, right? This could be nonprofit, and within nonprofit also people need volunteers. Could also be like there's something called the, is it another way to say nonprofit? There's like nonprofit. The other thing is also for-profit organization, but also need volunteering opportunities to work for them as well, right? And so each group, or you can segment them based on the industry, so totally up to you. But my point is that you need to further segment your customers because they are very, very different, okay? If you have further segmented customers, and we can move along the case much faster. And then when you prioritize, I ask you prioritize impact, which is pretty great, but you forgot to tell us your prioritization framework. Which one would you consider and why, right? So you told us something in general, so, oh, the impact is better compared with other stuff. But what the three factors you take into consideration when you select impact? Now, towards the end, we talk about solutions. I think that the problem is more laying in the solution. When we talk about the solutions, you really love your solution. You really, oh, we design this, design that. But when we talk about solution, we need to think more in a bigger picture. You can say towards one solution to show the biggest impact is that directly demonstrate the impact score when they do search and when they complete the task. The second solution we demonstrate the biggest impact is that we're able to maybe like physically show the impact, maybe sending them those kind of like quarterly subscription, show them whatever volunteers have done, what the impact they made. For example, 100 schools or 100 kids go to schools, and then constantly sending pictures of those kids going to schools as a quarterly subscription showing the impact, right? So that's another way to show that I want to have big impact. Or any kind of video campaign, or any kind of like TikTok, like a style of showing what the bigger impact someone had to other people, and many different ways to show impact. Right now, you only focus on go to website, show the golden badge. This is one way to do it. As I said, if you physically mail the pictures of the kids you have helped who live in the underserved community, that's another way to show impact. Many different ways to show impact to your end users, you know? So I just feel like when you talk about those solutions and design, you need to be more intentional, think bigger, and they're trying to tell you what are the ways to show impact. You go back to let's make the design matching this and doing different badges. For people who getting paid above 300 grand working for Meta, you need to think very strategically. Okay. And yeah, same thing when you choose the segmentation, you need to say, well, if we design for the organization, maybe I think the impact, I think impact applies to both organization and the volunteer. That's fine. Sometimes the needs only apply for one side, and you need to be specific. That's for this side in terms of organization. Okay. So let's also see. Let me also show you guys the right framework to follow so that you wouldn't miss opportunities when you're coming up or having an interview with Google. So if you pass a Google interview, make sure you email us, okay? So want to make sure you are doing well. So let me show you guys this. I'm going to show you the screen and share with you the right framework to follow. So this is my YouTube channel, and then where is this?
So like this is the framework how to really go for the case design questions. Okay.
This one has design cases framework. Okay. So this video, product manager case interview sample answers. Whoops, where am I jumped? Oh, here again. So basically this video has the framework, and you guys need to follow with my sample answers in it, starting from like segmentation of your customers, how to think about it, what examples of ideas you can come up with, and instead of jumping into the final like conclusion. Okay, so that's something like, as I said, okay idea, best idea, moonshot idea. Please follow the right framework. And I just feel like you were going into design and your idea was too small. We need to think bigger. Okay, cool. Let me also see other people's comment in the chat. Let's see who has a better answer. Let me see who has a better answer. Oh, I see lots of people join us. Andy, Amy, Bastaya, Cherie. Cherie asked this question. Is it typical for an interviewee to provide a description of the physical design or requirement interviewing as a product manager? So yes, they can provide the requirement or needs at the beginning. Yes, you can, but those are based on the user needs. You have to say, hey, this is the needs from the user, instead of saying, okay, let me tell you what the design is, which Deep, you made the mistake at the beginning. Okay, so next question. Actually, let me copy those questions here because people can see it as well.
Oh, so these questions are only visible to you
in the chat. The questions are in the chat. So let me share my screen so we can write down the questions. So we see this together. So those questions are here. So it's easier this way. So everybody can see my screen and the questions. So it asks the people for interview to provide a description of physical design or requirement. Yes, you can, but you need to come from the user's perspective instead of just say, hey, this is my design, without talking about what the needs and desire of the user, most important. Okay, and now my next question. So let me pull this. Next thing is Andy. Okay, Andy asked this question. Let me copy paste his question here. So where is my... So next question is this one. Question for Dr. Nancy. What if my idea answer is really work in progress or even dropped inside the company? Would I fail the interview? What do you mean dropped inside a company? Andy, can you elaborate what you mean? Let me guess what you mean. What if my answer idea is already work in progress? Oh, I know what you mean. Okay. Yes, if your idea is work in progress, I don't think it would be qualified for FAANG PM because they have this already. Why you have you in it? Like join them, they pay you lots of money, right? So you need to have really good ideas, and that's why I usually come up with 3 ideas. Maybe one of the ideas that happen to be in work in progress, but you may have other ideas. So at least 2 of the 3 ideas is not something they're working on at this moment. So let me answer the next question. People say practical experience. Yes, I'm giving you guys practical experience. So I have this one. So next question. This question. This one comment regarding pain point. Finding a cause for to volunteer for that fits what you are passionate about and your skill set and time commitment. I believe this is really good pain point from the volunteers perspective. Very good job. Andy, I believe, or Amy made this pain point. Yes, it's very good.
You cause volunteer for that fits what you are passionate about.
Deep, can you mute yourself unless you're talking to me in the audience? Okay.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
Yeah, you need to mute yourself. Okay, so let me pull up the, I have, okay. So next questions audience ask is, very good. And Andy said something else. One is Amy, one is Andy. You guys doing very well in terms of answering the questions. Okay, so the next part, let me put here. Anybody has different answer, feel free to put it on chat, okay? Or have any other questions, let me know. Nonprofit, pain point, nonprofit volunteers cannot find the best match for each other. Too many channels gain info with less credibility. Yes, I like those or needs or pain points as well. Especially at here is like less info with less credibility. And right now for lots of volunteering opportunities, myself volunteer many organizations. Actually, I do more donation nowadays. Yet lots of time only after you join them, you're able to see their credibilities. So before that, there's very little information you can receive. So that's why they might lead to one of those examples I gave earlier. Maybe you have quality checking the impact I made, many different things, or pictures of the kids, whoever have helped before. Yes. Very good. I love those like pain points. So it's more important to have really great pain point, and then you create a better solution to feed those instead of reverse engineer your pain point. Okay. I think Deep, you did some kind of reverse engineering yourself earlier when we talked about pain points. Very cool. Okay. I think we answered all the questions. Hey guys, if you guys love this session or feel like there's lots of impact or value, please put a thumbs up emoji in the chat so I know next time I will produce similar type of content. Okay, it's more important to collect customer feedback or user feedback, but I'm not able to find the thumbs up emoji. Can you guys find it? So funny. I can only do this emoji. Where can we find the thumb up emoji? If you have any other questions, post in the chat as well. Anybody have any other interviews coming up, by the way? Oh, I finally found it. I found the thumb up emoji. That's awesome. Okay, cool. All right, so put more emojis in the chat at the same time. Final reminder, if you guys want to find mock interview partners, feel free to go to those groups. We have a WeChat group We also have a mock interview group on LinkedIn, and you guys can take a screenshot, scan the barcode, and join those groups and find your mock interview partners, especially if you guys have lots of interview coming up. And final reminder, feel free to go to my free masterclass, drnancyle.com/masterclass, to learn what's the most effective way to land your dream product manager job offer. Make sure you download this free guide regarding the real life interview questions in FAANG companies, and go to drnancyle.com/50FAANG. Okay, cool. All right, so I believe we have all the questions ready. This is fantastic. Okay, so great talking to you guys, and hope all of you guys have a fantastic evening. And let me know if anybody else uses free resources and end up getting a job offer. Make sure to email me at nancy@drnancyle.com. Okay, cool. All right. And wish you guys all good luck and deep, and make sure you prepare very well for upcoming interviews. So good luck with that. Okay.
Right. Thanks, Dr. Nancy. Thanks a lot for your time.
So, okay, yeah, make sure to share and like any of the content with aspiring product managers. It's very critical you guys share all the knowledge we have here. Awesome. Have a good night. See you guys. Bye.